Hey guys, it's Ashley, and this video is gonna be more of a serious sit down type of videos. And if you don't like that kind of videos, you don't have to watch it, you can just exit out. But I figure I upload this video to let you guys know why I'm gonna be having a orthotic splint in my mouth from September 1st all the way till probably next year February or next year March. Thing called TMJ, and it stands for, and I'm reading it off my laptop because it's a long word. It's temporomandibular joint dysfunction, or yeah, it's either TMJ or TMD. It's pretty much the same thing, and it has to do with your jaw joint, like right here, like when you open and close your mouth, like has to do with this joint, like the joints right here. So anyway, I'm gonna start from the beginning, and I'm gonna try make this not too long because I don't want this video to be that boring or that long. So the start of this year, back in, actually it was December, the starting of December last year, like I think it was around Christmas time, I started to get these really weird dizzy spells, and it just came out of nowhere, and I kind of felt a little sickly like. And then so I went to the doctor, and they couldn't find anything wrong with me. They said, oh, it's probably a viral infection, come back if it's still there in 2 weeks or if you get worse. And then like a week later I got this really bad ear infection, and the ear infection, oh, that was like hell. That was like the worst days of my life, I kid you not. That really was. I felt like I was on a boat 24/7. Like the dizziness and the constant rocking wouldn't stop. I don't even know how I lived, but and I'm not exaggerating, like it was really bad. Like I really wanted to go to the hospital at one point because it was that bad, but I literally felt like I was on a boat 24/7, like all day all night for like a week or so, and it felt like I was like that. And it would get worse if I sat down or laid down, especially. And so I had to always sit up laying down, and I had to go to all these doctors. I had to go to the doctor like 4 times even after the ear infection, and they still couldn't really find out what was wrong and what was causing the dizziness. And it would kind of subside, as the weeks went by, but it was still bothering me. Like it wasn't like that full on rocking, but it was kind of like a weird unsteady motion. And then I went to the ear doctor, and they said, oh yeah, you have this thing called vestibular labyrinthitis, I believe it was called. And it's like when like a virus attacks your inner ear, and so it kind of throws off your balance. So they made me go do physical therapy for, I believe it was 8 weeks or 7 weeks. And so I was there to retrain my balance, and while I was there I was getting a bunch of neck problems as well, and a lot of like jaw pain, and it was like going down my neck and my shoulders all the time. And I would tell my therapist that was helping me with the physical therapy that, because I would have a hard time to do some of the exercises because my neck would always hurt and my shoulders would always hurt. And so she would like massage it, and she was like, wow, why are you so tense? Like your muscles and your like right here would be like so like hard, it would feel like bone. And then I would tell her about my jaw pain, and she was like that, oh, maybe you have TMJ. And I kind of figured that I may have that because I googled it before, because I have always kind of had jaw problems and like jaw pain off and on, but it wasn't like constant pain like it is now. And so then she told me about this specialist that deals with TMJ over here. And so she gave me his name and number. And then so I told my mom about it, but my mom didn't really think I had it, I guess, or she didn't think it was that serious. She's like, oh, you don't need to see that, you're fine. You have a bite guard, that I got from the dentist, that should work. And I was wearing it all night, but I was still having extreme pain in my jaw, and it was like radiating towards my neck and my shoulder. And so I guess my mom, like I was in a whole lot of pain, and my physical therapy was over, and I was still feeling dizzy. It wasn't as bad as when I first started, but it was still there. Like I still felt this weird rocking, unbalanced feeling. And I still have that, but it's way better than what it was. Like, it hardly bothers me at all, but occasionally it does come and go, but it's not like 24/7, at least, you know. So anyway, I go to this dentist and he told me to take an x-ray from another dentist, this and that. There were like 3 or 4, no, I think it was 4 appointments already. And the x-rays came back, and that's where I found out I have TMJ, because both sides of my jaw are dislocated, but my left side is the one that's the worst, and that's the side that I feel the most pain, and it feels like really tight. And basically, like, the jaw joint is like, this is like the skull, I guess. Like, it's like right here, and then this is the jaw joint. Like, when you open and close, it goes like in or something. But basically, there's like supposed to be a space. This is what he told me, and I'm gonna explain it as best as I can. So this is supposed to be like a space. It's supposed to be like this. Like, this is when you open it and then you close it or something. It's supposed to like rock or something. But basically, mine is like this. It's like there's no space. So this is why I'm feeling the dizziness. The jaw joint is pressed up way too much, like up against the bone. And there's hardly any tissue there too. Like, I kind of wore down the tissue. And it's like so close to the ear that it can cause dizziness and unbalanced feeling. And my right side, there was a little bit of space, but it was still like not in a normal position where it's supposed to be. So basically, I had to get a consultation, get an x-ray done, get impressions, but the impressions failed because I have a really bad gag reflex. So I had to go back again, actually last week I think it was, and they did a 3D imaging of my teeth. So that was pretty easy. That was really cool. Like, it looked really futuristic and whatnot. Then I also had to go to a 4-hour appointment where I was hooked up all these wires, like on my head, cheeks, neck, back of my ears, and my shoulders, and I think like on my chest. And I had to take like 3 different tests, I believe, and it took 4 hours. It was pretty long, but it was just mostly me sitting down in a chair, opening and closing my mouth in different directions and different speeds, and like these machines like test like what muscles are moving and how it works. And it was really cool to see, and it would display it on the screen, like these like marks. I don't know, it was really cool. It takes about 3 weeks to make the orthotic splint, and it's basically like a retainer thing that I have to wear all day, all night, basically every time, except for when I brush teeth. I can take it out, and it's supposed to realign my jaw, because like when I bite down, or even like in a normal, like not biting down, I guess, it's like out of place. And so that splint is supposed to like realign my bite position, if that makes sense, because it's like it's not lining up. Like, my teeth are like straight because I had braces back in the day, and he thinks my braces might have caused this, but anyway, that's a different story. My teeth are perfectly fine and straight, but my teeth aren't lining up with my jaw joint, if that makes sense. So that's why I need to wear the orthotic splint. And he said I'm gonna be probably talking with a lisp the first few weeks, maybe months, who knows. So I figure I make this video ahead of time before I get the splint, because I want to explain to you guys, because I think it's going to be visibly noticed. I'm going to have like a whitish clear thing in my mouth, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be talking with a lisp, but it's whatever, you know. I'm excited to wear it because I want the pain to go away, because I have jaw pain literally all day, every day, and some days it gets really bad to the point where I can't eat even. But I mean, now it's okay, but it kind of hurts to talk. So that's been like my whole year so far, and I'm hoping it'll work, because there's a slight chance this wouldn't work, then it would have to be surgery. But the dentist I go to doesn't believe in TMJ surgery because it could actually make things worse. But it does help some people, but I've heard like horror stories that it doesn't, so it just depends really on how bad I guess it is. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed that video. It's just a random video really explaining what's to come, I guess. He said the splint shouldn't hurt, but it will hurt in like the first 4 days, so I don't know, maybe like September 1st to the 5th, depending how bad the pain is. Maybe I won't make any videos. I don't know yet. Let's see. Let's hope this goes well. And yeah, and I'm kind of bummed because I'm gonna be celebrating my 21st birthday with that splint on. But oh well. Oh well, my 21st birthday is September 20th. But anyway, I'm gonna go now, and yeah, and this video isn't to make myself look bad or like make you guys feel sorry for me or anything. I just wanted to explain to you guys like what's been going on. And but if people, you know, ask me like, why do you talk with a lisp now, or what's that thing in your mouth, you know, I can direct them to this video. Bye guys, peace out, and I hope you guys have a great day or night wherever you